Thanks for joining us today on New England Living. I'm your host, Rachel Holt. We're heading to Concord, Mass. to meet with Jennifer Johnson, Executive Director of Gaining Ground, a sustainably focused organic farm giving away everything it grows to those in need.
This is a nonprofit organic farm, but none of what we see here is being sold. It's actually all going to people who need it in Massachusetts. So tell us how this operation works.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So at Gaining Ground, we have been farming for 35 years here in Concord, and we are 100% dedicated to growing food for people who are experiencing food insecurity. And what that means is that over the course of the last 35 years, we've not sold a single fruit or vegetable. That's a terrible business model if you are trying to make a profit, but it's a really great model if your mission is like ours, which is to make sure that we're getting nutritious food into the hands and onto the plates of people who are experiencing food insecurity. We want people to experience the joy and pleasure of eating good food that is healthy and beneficial to them. And there are lots of folks in our area who might have cultural ties to different countries or different traditions, and their foods are not often, or I should say in many cases never, available at food banks and pantries. And so what we're trying to do here at Gaining Ground is grow between 50 and 60 different varieties of crops per year, all 12 months of the year, and distributing this food to 10,000 people who live all across the greater Boston, Lowell, and Metro West region.
That's a lot of people. So how does that distribution work? Where is this going?
So we are working with traditional food pantries. We're working with organizations that are preparing meals for people who are experiencing homelessness. And then we're also working with some charter schools and Head Start preschools.
In these interactions that you have with your partners when they come here to the farm, what are you hearing them say?
Yeah, well, one thing that comes immediately to mind is Chef Paul, who works at House of Hope, which is a transitional living center that's up in Lowell. Paul actually used to be a chef at some very high-end restaurants in Boston. And what he says is that the food that he gets from Gaining Ground is actually better quality than what he was getting when he was paying top dollar for ingredients in those fancy kitchens.
This is heavily volunteer driven.
It is. So we actually have about 3,800 volunteers that come every single year. Typically, when you think of volunteering on a farm, you think about actually volunteering in the fields, but we also have folks helping around a lot with some of the other sort of behind the scenes things, helping us wash the bins, helping us line the banana boxes with our biodegradable liners. All of our food gets distributed out in these very sturdy banana boxes. We also have people help in the office. Just as it takes an entire ecosystem in order for the farm to flourish, it takes an ecosystem for this organization to flourish.
In addition to the volunteers, there are a lot of school groups, and you can really feel the excitement because the kids not only have this fun field trip, but they're really learning here and getting to see something different.
They really are. So kids, when they come, they may never have been to a farm before. They don't know where food comes from. So that's exciting for them to come to the farm. So we're teaching skills, gardening type of skills, but what's really more important is we're talking to kids about food systems. We're talking to kids about the pervasiveness of food insecurity in our region. And some people have no idea that that actually is an issue that exists in our communities.
How much of this amazing and delicious organic food are you producing in a given year?
So last year we grew over 600,000 individual servings of organic fruits and vegetables. That's about 140,000 pounds of food. That's going to 10,000 people in eastern Massachusetts, from greater Boston to Lowell to the Metro West.
And this is something that you probably don't see under those circumstances a lot. The ability to get organic food and, like you said, flavorful herbs.
Absolutely. You know, we have a testimonial from one of our partners that will always stand out to me, and I'll paraphrase it. But he basically said that people in his community are so used to getting food that is at or near the expiration date, dented canned goods, basically like foods that people couldn't sell anymore. And so they are used to being treated as less than for people who can pay the premium price for organic fruits and vegetables. When they receive Gaining Ground's food, it makes them feel a sense of dignity of being treated as equals.
There's such an assortment of crops around us, and flowers too. Where are those
flowers,
going?
yeah. So we need to plant the flowers in order to attract pollinators to our fields, but then we have the benefit of having these gorgeous flowers. So we also distribute flowers to our hunger relief partners. We also have a few of our partners who get small bouquets of free flowers each week as part of their free weekly vegetable distribution.
You're really mindful about maximizing production here, and a big part of that goes into the layout of the farm.
Yeah, so we've got about 3.5 acres under cultivation here. That's if you're measuring the bed space. And we use a no-till system of agriculture here. We're not taking heavy machinery like tractors into the farm. We're trying to maintain the integrity of the soil. One of the things that makes vegetables healthy, not only in terms of flourishing, but in terms of nutrient density, is all of the organisms that are within the soil, the bacterial networks, the fungi. Those get destroyed if a tractor goes in to the farm fields. So we're farming at a hand scale, which means that at most we're minimally disturbing just about the top inch or so of the soil, and we've seen such dramatic improvements in our production. We've actually been part of a USDA study that have shown that vegetables grown in a no-till system have more nutrient density even than vegetables grown on an organic tractor farm. So it's about that, but it also is about maximizing the amount that we can regeneratively get from this farm. On this same parcel of land here, we moved to no-till agriculture in 2015, and we have had some infrastructure improvements since then, but we've actually experienced a tripling of our production, which we really tie back to the additional benefits that we're getting from no-till agriculture.
What does an average day on the farm look like?
Well, certainly our farm crew is an incredibly smart, talented, hardworking, and dedicated crew. In the summertime, they can be here as early as 6:30 in the morning, and they are working doing things like harvesting in the morning before the sun is too high in the sky and really beating down in the heat. They are weeding, they are planting, they're doing washing and packing. In addition to farming in the fields, we have structures called hoop houses, which provide season extension. That's where we grow a lot of our tomatoes and our cucumbers during the season. And so they might be trellising the tomato vines. They might be trellising cucumber vines. So it really is a profession that taps into a lot of different skills. One of the things that they're also doing is a lot of research, and they're adjusting what amendments might need to go into the soil and what crops will flourish in different fields.
What I'm finding so interesting is that besides the farming, this operation really relies on so many different skill sets.
Our staff is incredibly smart, dedicated, hardworking, thorough. All of our staff has college degrees, and in some cases those are in fields like soil science or people studied food systems, but there also is the human element as well. The work that we're doing, especially with the large number of volunteers that we have on the farm each year, really requires a high level of interpersonal skill sets. And so some of our farmers have backgrounds in education, which is incredibly important and useful as we talk to people about the importance of work like ours.
You're located in such a unique setting behind the birthplace of Henry David Thoreau, right near an airport. You go down this gravel road and here's this amazing farm where all this great work is going on.
That's right. One of the things that I say that I actually don't like is that I feel like we're one of the best kept secrets in Concord, and we're working very hard to change that. But this is a bit of a sanctuary. We've taken a space that might otherwise not have been used and turned it into a place that is producing bounty for people in need.